just checking in. We're waiting on some Rizoma mirrors to come through the mail. I ordered the mirrors through Motovation. I'll show you this because I think they deserve a little plug here from my experience. Motovation Accessories, they're online. You can't miss them. So I got the Rizoma Reverse Retro mirrors for the S1000R. I just wanted to show you the packaging. I don't know if anyone cares. Some do, some don't. I'll try to zoom in. You know, it's nice and tight like Rizoma usually does. Things are well cared for. There was a delay in one of the mirrors, and Motovation gave me a heads up. Their estimate for delay and delivery was right on target. So absolutely satisfied with that. Another thing I want to bring up right away is apparently I only ordered one bar and adapter for the mirrors, and wasn't aware that they didn't come in a set. So they, as you can see, I don't know if you can read this because my screen isn't showing up here. As you can see, they threw in another one. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And we got some bar ends here as well. I don't know if these will fit. This says it fits most bar ends with the adapter. The blue theme on my bike, I have other Rizoma parts that are blue. So I figured I'd put some bar ends on there that are the same. You know, these may or may not go on. We'll see at the end of this video. The packaging is almost like velvet in there. It's a bit much, but I think we'll appreciate that. Now, how much are these things? You know, they're not that bad. 103 a piece to me isn't that bad, but everyone has their own perspective on that. So, mirror just lifts right out in this box, as you can see here. This is how it's situated. I try to remove this one-handed if possible. I'm sure it can be done. I'm glad they held it in so well. You know what, let me do this two-handed so I don't wind up cracking the mirror. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was me unplugging the mirror from its cocoon. So it's just held in there by mechanical force. This lip kind of covers the edge and it pins it down. You just got to rip it pretty hard. This packaging is pretty soft, so it's not going to ruin the mirror if you apply a lot of pressure, pull it out. Here's that, you know, the bluish tint that you kind of get. I've seen them on other moto vloggers' bikes in the past. It does have a slight blue tinge to it. It looks very nice. Rizoma logo. I'll try to give you a good close-up here. Label on the other side as well. Here's the arm. So I haven't looked into this to see how the attachment works. That looks like there's some packaging in there. It looks like there's a bolt over here to make the end either a smaller or bigger diameter and tighten it down once you slide it onto the end. And then in the package as well, as I mentioned, comes in with some adapter pieces. Mickey, you gotta control yourself during these videos, buddy. It's getting to be too much. Oh yeah, now he knows what's up. Sorry for the deviation. What you got? What is that? You gonna take one? You gonna take one corner? So I'll give you the skinny on these pieces. Looks like this is something to adjust the diameter of the end that slides onto the bar. I'm not sure if this is for the actual bar ends themselves. This may be an adapter screw to take the place of the other one, but we'll see if these are needed. But this is pretty much all you get. You get these pieces as well as the mirrors as we've shown. Hey there, it's Minner. Got a couple of bike updates. Wanted to share with anybody else that was interested. Put some Rizoma Reverse Retro mirrors on. As you can see here, definitely looks more sleek, more low profile. A little more racer than the standard bars. And the mirrors themselves are much smaller. I'll show some associated pics, but at a glance, you just have less view. There's just less coverage of the mirror itself. It's a smaller volume, and I put them inwards because I want to preserve the lane splitting. That's pretty important here in California. It's one of the perks. So they work though. At a glance, you can position them. The mirrors do have adjustment, obviously, here at the base. You can rotate them forward and backwards. There's also a pivot back here, which allows it to rotate outwards, inwards, up and down. So you don't have to keep manipulating these things at the base here. Installation was pretty easy. All you really needed to do was get the appropriate adapter. I went to Motovation Accessories, and there was an adapter that allowed the bar ends to fit into the standard BMW handlebar. And these are the bar ends I bought here with the sliders on the end. And I bought these because it seemed to be a good fit for a clamp. The stock bars, they have a taper to them that comes down the stock bar ends. And you can see this is flush here, so if this is on a taper, it just wouldn't grab appropriately. So I just got the Rizoma bar ends, I got the mirrors, and I got the adapter. The adapter is internal. Basically, this cap screws off, and then there's a screw and a piece inside that expands. So it's the expansion piece that has to be the right diameter to fit. And that was basically just a simple bolt-on experience. 15 minutes and it was done. So I'll give you some views here of the bike with the mirrors on them. Here's the rear view here. Got a little long distance. And we'll move around. The bike's dirty as always because I prefer to ride it than wash it. The front view looks particularly different without the antennae hanging out of there. This is preference too. I'm sure some people think this looks hideous, but I just think it looks much better than stock. And I like it better than the Rizoma mirrors that fix onto the mid portion of the handlebar. Basically non-bar end mirrors. I just prefer these. These are small. I can, take them off real quick at the track. Put the standard bar ends, and I'm good to go. So I also got the LED blinkers in as well, front and rear. And you can see these right here. The rears have a decent projection, but I'm sure they're quite visible as well. It is bright outside, so I'll activate them so you can see them functioning here. Here's a distance shot. And we have the fronts as well. The front's even more profound because they really hung out the side of that little mini fairing there. You see just the length of the entire blinker itself is similar to just the stem on the other ones. The other ones are just goofy. They're getting too far. I think they worked quite well until they broke, of course, but that was my bad. But it just didn't fit with the appearance, especially putting on other little touches for appearance. To leave those would be a sin. So I think it looks much more sleek right now. So moving on along here. Other plans, I'm looking into rear sets. Exhaust, I'm really not sold on at this point. It's just I think it's too much for too little, to be quite honest. It doesn't bother me that much, but it's something that could, coming down the road when I just get the itch, I'm sure it will. And that's about it. Demon Baby in all her glory.